Hey, what's up, you guys? Your first thought may be, Brooklyn, why are you in your car? And my answer would be, I was driving. Secondly, the lighting is terrible. I'm sorry. It's natural light because I'm sitting in my car at the beach with Tom and realized that I hadn't filmed my follow-up video to why JK Rowling is an absolute dumpster fire of a person. So that's what we're going to do today. So last time I talked about just the fact that she's a mess and that somebody needs to be reining the mess in. And I said that in my follow-up video I would talk about the infamous I stand with Maya hashtag bandwagon tweet that JK hopped onto. Surprises of surprise. And that's what we're gonna do today. And I know that a lot of other YouTubers, you know, the Harry Potter themed YouTubers have chimed in on this, and I'm just gonna make it very, very clear to begin with. I'm not gonna take a stance on my thoughts on the matter, the political side of it, because I make videos and write books and I paint, so like why would I give you political advice? That's dumb. Think for yourselves. But what I do want to talk about is why I find this entire situation to just be so comical. So if you don't know what happened, JK Rowling hopped onto a trending hashtag on Twitter, I stand with Maya, and it was for the researcher, what was her name? Maya Forstater, who had come out and said that there were only two biological sexes. So, like I said, we're not gonna even open that can of worms and touch it, because, you know, I make videos about writing and wizards, so like we're not gonna start getting into science and political debates because that's stupid. But what we are going to talk about is the fact that JK Rowling, throughout her career, once the books were out and she started using social media as a platform to remain relevant, really cultivated this culture of super hardcore progressivism. And it's not a bad thing, but what she did with it was she took this platform and she mutated it in this way where it almost became comical, where she would come out with new information about the books that she had written, which would be fine if there were any hints of these things being true in the canonical works, because at this point she's just throwing out things that are like A, irrelevant to the story, and B, there's no hint at ever being touched upon or it being true, and she's just like, oh, well, it is true, it just wasn't relevant to Harry's journey, so I didn't mention it. And you're like, no, I don't think that's what's happening. Well, a car has pulled up beside me. Hold on, I don't want to seem like a crazy person. Sorry, awkward interlude. Haven't gotten used to the idea of people seeing me talk to essentially myself. But what I was saying was, I think it's just beyond so stupid that A, anybody cares about what JK Rowling has to say about anything. But here was this woman who whipped everybody up into a frenzy, got them all riled up, and constantly was tweeting against this person or this person or this person for not being woke enough. And she was essentially feeding into this idea that if people disagree with you, it's okay to just viciously go after them. So why I find this entire situation so funny is because that's essentially what happened to her, where now we have the trending hashtag cancel JK Rowling, which sorry, I know I'm doing like a lot of bullet points, but I think is so funny because she was the one who essentially started cancel culture, even if that's not what she was calling it at the time. But she was like telling people, you can't like this person or this person or this person because they don't agree with me. And everybody was like, yeah, cancel them, get the pitchfork, burn the witch. Pun intended entirely. And now it's like that scene in Game of Thrones where Ramsay Bolton keeps feeding people to his dogs, but then he ends up treating his dogs so badly that they turn on him and kill him. And that's kind of what happened to JK Rowling's followers. They turned on her because she made a tweet that was construed as transphobic, and it upset a large portion of her fan base, which is LGBT, and they went after her. And I just think that's funny, because if you remove yourself from the socio-political side of all of this and you really just say, like, I don't care about this debate because it shouldn't be a debate that we're having on Twitter, because that's not the platform for this. It's just funny to watch this woman who essentially started this way of thinking and for years has been whipping people up into this hateful frenzy of, if you don't agree with me, I hate you, and then they have turned on their master. And I think it's funny, and it's just like, once again, back to my first video, is there nobody in her camp that's like, no, Joe, no, stop, what are you doing? Take her phone away, don't let her tweet anymore, her tweets are becoming so asinine. Right, sorry, got a bit worked up, but I just want to finish this video. It's much like all of my videos, just me talking off the cuff, and I need to learn to focus better. But I just wanted to say, I just think this whole situation is funny, and as a part of the Harry Potter fandom, I personally, like I said in my last video, like to remove myself from, oh shit, this woman's walking by again. I personally like to remove the artist from the art. I can like art and hate the artist. I can like the artist and think that their work is absolute shit. So this isn't a problem for me personally, because I'm like, I already hated her, but I still like the book. So I just think that as a part of the fandom, it's very interesting to watch more and more people get into the camp of, I very much like this work, I wish I could live in the wizarding world, I really like the fantasy and whimsy of it, but I just think that the person who wrote this is just like an absolute nutter. But you know what, that's just my opinion, and if you like these videos, you know, like, share, and subscribe, hit the bell button for notifications. And as so many of you have been doing on my videos, and I really appreciate it because I try to respond to almost everybody and interact with them, leave a comment on the video and let's hear what you think about Joe, how Joe's doing, because, you know, I clearly think she's a mess. But I'm gonna try and make more positive videos, because I feel like I can't just go on for the rest of my life talking about why I think this woman's just the worst. But thank you guys for watching, and thank everybody who's come back for all of my videos, and thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it, and like I said, I really like the comments that I get to read at the end after the video goes up and see what everybody's thinking, because most of you, like 99% of you, there's only been one person who left me like the strangest hate comment. But the rest of you have been so great, and you leave the best comments, and I love all the support, and, you know, Potterheads for life, I guess.